In order to save the CCP regime, the CCP leader Xi Jinping had to change his strategy and began to flood the economy with stimulus measures, but it seems that it may be too late. During the National Day period, a comet, which appears only once every 60,000 years, was visible over Beijing. In both Eastern and Western cultures, comets are often considered ominous signs. On October 2nd, a reporter from CCTV Beijing General Station captured footage of the Purple Mountain Atlas comet, which rises once every 60,000 years near the China World Trade Center complex. It has been reported that the comet has now entered its optimal observation period. The video shows that when the comet appeared, a strange light emerged in the sky. Initially, it was just a faint halo, but it gradually intensified, and the comet, with its tail clearly visible, appeared over Beijing and quickly swept across the sky. The Purple Mountain Atlas comet was discovered by the Purple Mountain Observatory of the Chinese Academy of Sciences in 2023, and its orbital period spans tens of thousands of years. Before National Day, people in Shenzhen, Tibet, and other regions of China also witnessed the comet streaking across the sky. It is reported that shortly after sunset from October 10th to 12th, the comet will pass over Beijing again. Comets, due to their long tails resembling brooms, are also referred to as broom stars. In traditional Chinese culture, the appearance of a comet is considered an ill omen, often foretelling disaster or death for a king or male noble. Some people believe that the appearance of a broom star is not a good sign. As a result, the sighting of the Purple Mountain Atlas comet over Beijing on the morning of October 2nd, 2024, has sparked widespread discussion. Some people have openly remarked that the appearance of a comet is not a good omen. Comets in ancient times often signaled strange phenomena, indicating a shift in destiny. Whether superstitious or not, comets have never been associated with good fortune in Chinese culture. Comets have historically been seen as harbingers of disaster, war, and murder. The ancient Chinese referred to comets as Xingbo. Dong Zhongshu, a philosopher from the Western Han Dynasty, believed that Bo is the source of evil air. Liu Xiang, a minister and writer during the Western Han Dynasty, stated, "Bo symbolizes a rebellious minister, signaling usurpation and murder." In the Book of Han and Book of the Later Han, dozens of Xingbo appearances are documented, followed by disasters, wars, and murders in human society. In the Book of the Later Han, under astronomical records, it is written that in June of the third year of Emperor Xiaoming's Yongping reign, 60 AD, a comet swept across the northern part of the Tianquan star, moving from north to south for 135 days. Tianquan star represents water. That year, water levels in the Yi and Luo rivers rose, reaching the gates of Jincheng and washing away the Yi Bridge. 7 prefectures and 32 counties were hit by severe floods. In February of the 6th year of the Yonghe reign, 141 AD, a comet appeared in the eastern sky, sweeping across constellations such as Yingxi and Tum, and disappeared after crossing Zhuanyuan. This astrological event foretold, the comet rises in Yingxi and Tum, and within 5 years, there will be great mourning in the world. Within 5 years, Emperor Shun of Han, Liu Bao, passed away. According to the Zhuozhuan, in the 14th year of Duke Wen of Lu, 613 BC, in the 7th month of autumn, a star entered the Big Dipper. Zhou Ne Shishufu said, "Within 7 years, the rulers of Song, Qi, and Jin will all die in chaos." In ancient belief, the Big Dipper symbolized a great nation. When a comet passed through the Big Dipper, Shufu predicted that within 7 years, the rulers of Song, Qi, and Jin would be killed during civil strife. Du Yu annotated the Zhuozhuan, explaining, 3 years later, the ruler of Song was killed. 5 years later, the ruler of Qi was killed, and 7 years later, the ruler of Jin was killed. This fulfilled Shufu's prophecy. Shufu was indeed a historical figure, skilled in astrology and physiognomy. The records of the Grand Historian notes that in the 15th year of Qin Shi Huang, 4 comets appeared. with the longest lasting 80 days, stretching all the way across the sky. Afterward, Qin Shi Huang destroyed 6 kingdoms, repelled 4 barbarian tribes, and unified the Central Plains. Other nations tried to unite against Qin, but ultimately could not escape their fate, which was determined by the mandate of heaven. Ominous signs for the National Day of Remembrance: snow in Beijing and other places, earthquakes in Hefei and Wuhan. Ominous signs emerged on the National Day of Remembrance for the 75th anniversary of the founding of the Communist Party of China. Snow fell in Beijing, Shaanxi, Hebei, and other regions in October, and earthquakes occurred in Wuhan, Hubei, and Hefei, Anhui. Some netizens from the mainland expressed that, "I feel a bad omen in my heart." Snow fell in Beijing on the National Day of Remembrance, surprising netizens. Dawan News reported on the 1st that on the first day of the National Day holiday, snow fell in Lingshan, Mentugu, Beijing, and Yanqing. This morning, snow began in the Lingshan area, which has an altitude of more than 2,000 meters. Snow also fell in some areas of Yanqing District. In the Yanqing Olympic Park, the weather was unpredictable, alternating between cloudy and sunny, with snowflakes falling in the wind. The Yudushan Scenic Area also experienced brief snowfall. According to the Beijing News, it started snowing in Lingshan, Beijing, at around 7 a.m. on the 1st, with light snow falling intermittently until 11 a.m. After that, the snow began to intensify, and soon snow accumulated in the mountains, forests, and villages. Villagers in Jiangshuihe Village, Qingshui Town, Mentugu District, which is Beijing's highest village located in Lingshan, reported that as the snow became heavier, it started accumulating on houses and roads, and the snow on pedestrians' hair froze. The snowfall gradually stopped after noon. It is reported that the first snowfall in Beijing during winter typically occurs in November and December. From 1991 to 2020, the average first snowfall day in Beijing was December 3rd. Last year, Beijing experienced its first large-scale significant snowfall on December 10th. In some years, the first snow in Beijing may not appear until January or February of the following year. Mainland netizens were surprised, commenting, "2024? Is winter coming? It's snowing. Can you believe it? It's snowing in Mentugu." Beijing netizens remarked, "Those wearing short sleeves today are warriors. I'm in Miyun Qingliang Valley wearing a down jacket. I'm wearing a cotton jacket in Fengtai, Beijing. It really snowed when we went to the Great Wall today, and it's too cold today. I'm freezing to death." The CCP is concerned about the legend of June snow, Douyi's injustice. On August 15th this year, many netizens posted articles, pictures, and videos online claiming that it snowed in Beijing. CCP experts quickly refuted these rumors, asserting that it was not snow but fog, similar to hail, and that the cause was different from snow. Netizens countered, "Am I so old that I can't even recognize snow?" Some netizens remarked, "This is an injustice," and others suggested, "This is going to be a change." Not only did snow fall in Beijing on National Day, but also in Shaanxi, Hebei, and other regions. Jimu News reported that on October 1st, Datong, Shaanxi, experienced a heavy snowfall, causing tourists at the Yungang Grottos to grow their hair. China Weather News stated that at around 10 a.m. on the 1st, precipitation occurred in Datong, with the temperature dropping to 0.3 degrees Celsius, close to freezing, and the precipitation changed from rain to snow. NetEase News reported on the 1st, "I'm afraid you won't believe it. Just this morning, it's snowing in Zhangjiakou." At around 10:30 this morning, it was snowing in Xi'an County, Zhangjiakou, while the sun was shining. The video clearly shows large snowflakes falling down. Hebei Weather Weibo also posted on the 1st that it snowed in Chaoxi District, Zhangjiakou, this morning. According to Xin, chief meteorological analyst of the China Meteorological Channel, this morning, October 1st, snow or sleet occurred in Hohhot, Ulankab, Huaidai, Duolun, Datong, Wutai Mountain in Shaanxi, Xi'an County in Zhangjiakou, Hebei, and other locations. Continuous earthquakes on National Day, Wuhan and Hefei, experience ongoing seismic activity. Global Network News reports that the Wuhan Earthquake Network officially confirmed that at 6:53 a.m. on October 1, 2024, an M1.8 earthquake occurred in Jiangxia District, Wuhan City, with the epicenter located at 30 degrees 38 minutes north latitude and 114 degrees 35 minutes east longitude, and a focal depth of 7.0 kilometers. It is reported that Wuhan has experienced 2 earthquakes recently. At 20:55 on September 17th, an M1.6 earthquake struck Jiangxia District, Wuhan, with a focal depth of 9 kilometers. Many netizens were shocked by the earthquake in Wuhan. CCTV reported that the China Earthquake Network Center officially determined that at 16:34 on October 1st, a 3.3 magnitude earthquake occurred in Feidong County, Hefei City, Anhui Province, with the epicenter at 31.97 degrees north latitude and 117.61 degrees east longitude, and a focal depth of 10 kilometers. Frequent earthquakes have been recorded in Feidong County, Anhui Province, recently. At 5:12 a.m. on September 14th, a 3.9 magnitude earthquake occurred in Feidong County, and at 20:08 on the 18th, a 4.7 magnitude earthquake struck the same area. As of 1700 on the 19th, there were 58 aftershocks following the 4.7 magnitude earthquake in Feidong. At 1930 on the 25th, another 3.8 magnitude earthquake was recorded in Feidong County. Regarding the earthquake in Feidong County on the 1st, an Anhui netizen commented, "My bed shook a few times. I put something under the foot of the electric fan every day to stabilize it, and it shook too." Another user noted, "The mobile phone warning didn't go off this time." One netizen lamented, "Alas, Hefei has been peaceful all my life, but this year there are constant earthquakes in Hefei. How can I not feel scared?" Another added, "The ongoing earthquakes are making people panic." Mainland netizens expressed their concerns, stating, "The earthquake has entered an active period, which is not a good sign. We even had an earthquake in Wuhan, Hubei." According to records, Tangshan experienced frequent small earthquakes in the year before the 1976 earthquake, which were foreshocks of that disaster. Let's be vigilant. I feel a bad omen in my heart. I hope it's just unfounded worry.